Shaq Washington led Maple Heights to a 45-33 come-from-behind victory over Trotwood Madison on Friday night, December 3rd at Paul Brown's Tiger Stadium. It was the Division II final for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and it was Maple Heights' first ever football title. Maple Heights at 15-0 finishes its season undefeated for the first time ever. Last year they lost to an extremely talented Winton Woods team by 30 points in the final, so this year is quite a step up for them. The Trotwood Madison Rams came out hot in this game. They led 13-0, and later they led 26-7. But then it became the Shaq Washington show, and they scored on their next 6 possessions to win the game. And when I say it's the Shaq Washington show, I'm deadly serious about that, as Washington carried the ball in the last 19 plays of this game. Listed generously at 5'9", 175, Washington doesn't even come close to approaching either number. But to beat Trotwood Madison, a team on quite a roll, in this fashion is really an exemplary performance. Maple Heights, even with their bad start, ended up with 406 yards of total offense. Most observers felt that Trotwood Madison had Washington bottled up early in this game and was pretty much in the bag. That was far from the case, and when he got rolling, as this film attests, it got pretty silly. The MVP podcast would like to apologize to Todd Filtz, the head coach of Maple Heights. That is, if he felt we had impugned the team speed of Maple Heights at the coach's teleconference earlier in the week. Obviously, there was at least one player from Maple Heights who could run with the best of Trotwood Madison, and that is without argument. Wide receiver Andre Stubbs caught 7 passes for 170 yards. That 170 yards is a D2 record for the state final. He also had 2 touchdowns in the process. Maple Heights' real quarterback, Marcus Graham, completed 19 of 16 passes for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. But Washington was clearly the star of the game, as he ran for 179 yards and 28 carries, and that's a mighty fine line there, particularly when you consider that he accounted for 7 touchdowns on the day. For his part, Antoine Gilbert rushed for 179 yards and 28 carries, just like Shaq Washington did. In fact, exactly like Shaq Washington did. He also threw in a pass reception for 19 yards. Freezer Grigsby had 13 tackles, and Bam Bradley had 10 tackles for Trotwood. John Welcome had 11 tackles for the winners, and Mike Hollins chipped in with 8. At 12-3, Trotwood Madison's season is over, and it's time to turn in those uniforms. But they do so with the knowledge that if you run Maurice Douglas's scheme properly and you get in shape, you are going to be able to run the ball on anyone in the state. At 15-0, Maple Heights gets to keep their uniforms with the knowledge that they are the best team in the state. Last year's loss is avenged, as Trotwood Madison beat Winton Woods to get to this game. And last year, Winton Woods beat Maple Heights in the final. Those who attended this game had the eerie feeling that this isn't the last time Maple Heights is going to play Trotwood Madison. And if that's the case, that's a good thing indeed.
Street are on sale tonight. So get your championship deal tonight.
Pass is complete to number 4, Andre Scuggs. Quarterback, Shaq Washington, into the end zone. Number 5 with the football, Antoine Gilbert.
Second time.
Quarterback keeping the football, Shaq Washington.
Quarterback keeping the football, Shaq Washington. Quarterback keeping the football, Shaq Washington.
Basically saying we got what we wanted. We just got to come out and play.
Just like last week, you just ran the ball over and over and over again. Fourth quarter, what is it about this run? You guys weren't able to run the ball in the first half. What's the difference?
I think basically the offensive line. Once the game started going on, they started clicking a little better. And once that happened, it was over.
Have you made any decision on where you want to play college ball? I know there's a lot of D1 teams looking at you.
No, sir. I ain't made no decision. I'll probably sit down with coach and my family and make it soon.
Who would you like to play for next year?
Right now, I ain't gonna say it don't matter, but whoever will give me a good education, help me out.
We were probably told when we were down 26-7 that we couldn't come back and win. But guess what? We came back, we're state champions. It was a perfect season.
Getting the ball to Shaq, time and again, just like last week. What's it like to have a guy like that behind that line who knows those yards?
When we got the ball in our hand, with time on the clock to run it out behind our offensive line, we will win and die with Shaq Washington every single time.
2 big defensive stops in the fourth quarter, second half, that eventually turned the tide, able you to catch up and take the lead. How big was that?
I mean, anytime that you get a stop against a team like Trotwood Madison, that's a plus. That's a great offense. That's a great team. So when we were getting stops, we had to capitalize on offense.
On behalf of the Athletic Association, our board of directors, and all of our member schools, I salute you with your very first state
I'm so proud of these seniors. They won 25 games. They won more games than any other class that we've had since I've been here. They're a great group of leaders. They did a great job all year. And I just want them to just continue to finish where they started, finish in the classroom. Because many of them are going to go play at the next level. And based upon how they finish up the rest of the year, it's going to determine where they go. We did a good job executing, and we just didn't make the plays when we had opportunities to. We need to come up with a couple more turnovers, and we didn't get them. We had one on the ground, but we didn't get it. I think that would help us out a lot. And they did a good job of executing against us.
Well, I see Shaq is like the equal to Gilbert, just a little smaller, but just as shifty and all that. And sure enough, you guys just couldn't bring him down.
He's a great ball player. They did a good job of putting together a package to get the ball in his hand. And you got to compliment those guys and applaud them. All right.
You guys said at the end of last year you're going to come back and win it this year. All right, now you got it. Tell me what's going through your mind, man.
Oh man, we really wanted this. We were working so hard for this since last year. I don't know, man. We wanted it though. Man, this is a great feeling, man.